I don't understand what's going on. Oh, okay. I guess I am live. Okay. That was kind of confusing. I'm using the new Facebook Live producer, whatever the heck that actually is. But anyway, I had no idea if I was actually live or not, and apparently I am. Okay. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday morning. New week, great time to start this mindset reset challenge. So today I'm actually going to do the intro and explain why mindset is so important and how it actually works. And then tomorrow we're actually going to dive into the challenge, but today is a day to kind of create the foundation, to lay the foundation for yourself. I did post earlier the written intro as well as the journal prompts that you can use to kind of get you grounded and get you started and figure out what your goals are and what it is that you want to create for yourself, what you want to get out of this. Just to ground it in some kind of intention. Let me fix this. I'm still kind of working this out. I usually use my phone for lives, not my computer. So this is not really my first moment, but mindset. All right, so I'm just gonna actually adjust this a little bit too. Anyway, so I really wanted to just dive in a little deeper and explain the process, because I think there's a lot of misconceptions about positive thinking and all that kind of stuff. And I think people kind of give up on it a lot of the time. They don't think it's actually worth their time and effort to be, actually paying attention to their thoughts and their mindset and put in the effort to actually shift things for themselves, because they don't really understand it and how it works. So I want to get into that. I've been studying mindset and how all of this stuff comes together. My background is in psychology. So I've always been fascinated by brain and thinking and all that kind of stuff. So in my free time for many years, I read about this stuff just for fun, but I also went to grad school. I studied psychology undergrad, and I did social and cultural psychology in grad school. And that basically, a lot of that centered around how our environment and our and our social settings, etc., influence our thoughts and beliefs. So it very much does all come together for me. And then, of course, I have my background in yoga, and I've gone through my whole cancer experience. And really, when I was diagnosed, I like my whole mindset stuff. I like kicked that into high gear. It really, really was for me a foundation that helped me get through. So basically, in essence, mindset is just how you perceive and respond to the world and to your circumstances. So your thoughts and your mind, and maybe you've heard this before, they create your reality. And what that actually means is your perception of reality. People might have the exact same experience, but actually experience it personally in very different ways. And so it's how they respond to it, how they perceive what is going on in their life, that really impacts your mindset. So going back to kind of my psychology background, one of the big things in psychology, specifically positive psychology, is this idea of growth versus fixed mindset. So fixed mindset is this idea that things aren't going to change. It's impossible for you to shift out of whatever circumstance you're in. You're never going to get better at XYZ. Like, you're not smart, and that is what it is. Actually, a lot of the research they did was with children in school. So kids who believed that they were dumb typically did not do as well in school, whereas kids who believed that they could improve, even if they were not doing as well in school, if they believed that intelligence wasn't fixed, if they shifted the way that they approached learning, then they actually were able to improve their grades. So mindset really can have a very direct impact on a lot of things in our life. Intelligence is not as fixed as most of us have been led to believe. And that's just one example of a growth mindset, is this idea that you can actually change the way you show up in the world, the way you perform in certain tasks, on tests even, and so on and so forth. If you believe you're a bad test taker, that's one of the most relevant examples. If you believe you're a bad test taker, then most people are not going to do well on tests if that is their belief. They have also done studies where they tell students that anxiety is a good thing. If you believe that anxiety is a bad thing, then you're probably going to allow that anxiety to interfere with your performance, whether that's on a test or speaking or at a job task, any kind of like big meeting that you might have to lead or something like that, whatever it may be. If you don't believe that anxiety is going to help you, it's certainly not going to. But they did a study where if they gave students this little note before they took a test, it might have even been the GRE test, they told them that experiencing a little bit of anxiety can actually boost performance. It can enhance performance. Students actually did a lot better when they took that test. Those students who received the note, there was a statistically significant difference in the test scores versus those who did not receive that. No. So I just find that kind of stuff fascinating, and it does kind of prove in a way that this mindset stuff really does work, and it really does make a difference in our lives. And so another way to look at it is where our attention goes, our energy flows. If you don't think you can change your circumstances, you're probably not going to take much action to do so. So it's even getting down to this idea of motivation and momentum. Like, hope generates a lot more motivation and momentum than despair. So getting back to cancer, I had all the hope in the world and all the belief in the world that I was actually going to get through it just fine. And that kept me motivated in the times that I wasn't feeling great. I knew I would get through it, so I kept going. I took the supplements. I did whatever I needed to do. There were moments where all I could do was rest, obviously, but this idea that hope can kind of keep us going, even just mentally. They have done plenty of studies to that effect as well. Patients who have more hope versus patients who don't really think they're going to get through it. The people who have more hope, they do get through, and most of them are specifically cancer studies. They actually have improved patient outcomes. They have higher rates of recovery and survival than patients who don't believe that they're actually going to make it through. Giving somebody, 6 months to live, if a patient actually believes the doctor with that, there's a very good chance they're going to die within 6 months. It's actually a very tragic reality. And that's how powerful mindset is. So, on the flip side, if you say, heck no, I'm going to make it, then it's just shifting your gears and shifting your belief system and shifting your energy into that of empowerment. So really, this whole process is about becoming aware, paying attention to where your thoughts are, and becoming aware of what you're thinking day to day about yourself, about your life, about your ability to improve your circumstances, about your ability to change your circumstances, whatever they may be, about your ability to accomplish whatever it is that you want to, about your ability to generate the things that you want in life on an emotional level even. So it's usually our thoughts that create our beliefs, that create our reality, and that can keep us stuck and can prevent us from moving forward. So if we're focusing on what's going wrong, what's negative in our life, what's keeping us down, what's keeping us stuck, that's just going to generate more of what we don't want. But if we start to shift these thoughts and start to think more about what it is we do want and the possibility that we can actually have it, then it starts to bring that reality closer to us. But it really does get into the layer of belief. And that's why it's a process and it requires consistency, because we really have to rewire the brain. They've also done studies that it takes a minimum of 21 days to rewire a thought, to create new neural pathways, to create an alternate thought. And if it's a really, really deep-seated belief, it can take even longer. So this 7-day reset is really just to help you create the foundation, to create the new habits, the new ways of thinking, so that you can continue on more empowered. And it will basically provide you the momentum you need to go forth and create whatever it is that you want to create in your life. It's giving you the tools that you need, the foundation for you to stand on, so that you can change your reality. And sometimes it's just this layer of anxiety that is not comfortable, and the anxiety and the worry and all of that actually can create a downward spiral if it gets bad enough. But just experiencing the worry and anxiety in itself is not a really pleasant way of going through life. So even just simply shifting the thoughts, even if you're fairly happy with the circumstances in your life, objectively, if you're not actually appreciating life, then, and you are just worried and in fear, just shifting out of that fear is going to be life-changing. So you really are in control of your mind and in your life, and you have the power to choose how you want to experience it. So, in the right mindset, we are also more in tune with our bodies, with our gut instincts, our intuition, and our decisions are guided by like a deeper wisdom that's actually held within the body. So we actually do stop questioning ourselves. We stop second guessing ourselves. That gut intuition, there's actually like a second, not a second brain, but there is a huge cluster of nerves in our gut that it's called the enteric nervous system. It connects to our brain, and we actually take in so much sensory information from the environment that our brain doesn't even process. So shifting our mindset also helps us just generally reconnect with our body, so we are more attuned to all of the information that we are taking in. And, in essence, a lot of all of the mindset stuff boils down to belief and confidence and the sense of empowerment. So the belief that you will be successful in whatever it is that you want to do, whether it is, creating a whole new business, writing a book, or just simply finding inner peace. Well, simply doesn't mean it's easy, but, it doesn't necessarily mean you have these great grand desires and visions for yourself. If you do, 100%. Go for it. Awesome. We all need people who are motivated and want to create something better right now. But also, it's 100% perfect if you want to create inner peace and more love and gratitude in your life, so that you can be more fully present with your loved ones, so that you can be a better parent, a better daughter, mother, whatever. Sister, lover, all of those things. So all of those are equally valid. So this will help with whatever it is that you want more of in your life, whatever it is you want to shift. So we're really just trying to create the ground, lay the groundwork right now and create that foundation for you moving forward. So think about it. What is your why right now? What is your intention for this? What do you want to create more of in your life? The why will be something that you can come back to if you find yourself getting off track or losing momentum. It's like, okay, why am I doing this again? Why am I getting up and writing in my journal and looking at this every day? Like, this is kind of getting annoying. Like, what's the point? Because it won't just take a day or two. It will require 7, 14, 21 days of consistency, 30 days, there's a month right there. And then you will start to see the shifts happening. You may start to see shifts happening pretty quickly too, but the bigger, deeper shifts do require a little time. So getting really clear on your why for what you want to create, why you want to create it, why you want to shift things, that is super, super important. It's like an anchor that will help you keep going when you start to lose momentum and motivation, because inevitably it does happen when we start to shift the way we operate in the world. It is not an easy process doing this kind of personal growth work, whatever you want to call it, inner development, like whatever terms resonate with you. It isn't easy. This is the work for a reason. So I encourage you to sit down and really consider what it is that you want to create and why that's important to you. And then just get ready, get settled. This is actually, with the quarantine and coronavirus, this is a really wonderful opportunity for us all to reconnect with ourselves, with our purpose, with what we want to create. Because I think a lot of what we see in the world, a lot of this stuff that's not great, we've just been so disconnected from what is truly important and what our priorities truly are. So this is a really wonderful opportunity to get reconnected to our priorities and what's important, and to our purpose, whatever that purpose may be. So I will touch back in every day at noon. I will also be sharing the post every morning at probably around like 9 a.m. or so. So I encourage you to get a journal or get out a special document on your computer if that's the way you like to do it. But definitely write this stuff down. I have journaling prompts every day, because you actually put pen to paper, you are then really beginning to create that new physical reality. It's like bringing the intangible into the tangible physical reality. Writing it down really is a powerful tool. So, you can use I am affirmations as well during this process, whatever works for you. But, in general, journaling, like, what is it that you want your life to look like? And actually just start to write it out as if that is your life now. Like, my life is amazing. I am so in love with everything around me. My business is amazing. My job is amazing. My family is amazing. I'm in an amazing relationship. Whatever it is that you want or what you want to see for yourself, then you write it as if it's already done. It's really powerful practice. So good luck. I can't wait to tune in with you again every day at noon. If you have any questions, definitely comment below. I'd love to hear what it is that you want to create for yourself or why you are here. If you want to just message me personally about anything with any questions, absolutely 100%. Definitely do that. And I guess that's all I have for now. I will be reconnecting again at noon every day. So it's going to be, I guess I kind of lied yesterday when I said it's 7 days. It's going to be 8 including today, but 7 days officially starting tomorrow. But today really is truly important as well, to create that foundation for you, that why, to help you keep going, moving forward. So yay, good luck, congratulations. This is not easy work. So if you do feel like you need a little bit of extra support as well in the next week, 100% I'm here for you. That's why I'm doing the touch-ins at noon. But also, again, comment, send me a message, all the good things. So I'd love to hear from you. And again, my name is Amanda Kelly with the Star Club Life. I may have forgotten to do that in the beginning because of all the technical stuff, but just in case there's anybody new that I haven't actually personally connected with before, welcome. I probably should have done that in the beginning, but anyway, so all I have for you now, onward and upward in love and light. Amanda, here for you, and I love you. Okay.